Alright, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. You know, it's Sunday, you know what that is. Time for a weekly My Hero Recussion. First things first, as you can tell from this, I'm no longer doing the intro. That's because for some reason, like the last three videos that I've done with it, it's gotten like claimed with copyrights, but yet all the other ones haven't. I don't know. I don't want to risk it anymore. If it has it on it, it's getting muted. If I get an update any future videos, it's not going to have it on there. But anyway, chapter 294. Let's just go ahead and get right on into this. Chapter 294, final fuck. Took effect here now is surely no mere coincidence. So many of us wore down that giant until he was weak enough for the drug to take hold. Then as the threads can come together and braid a mighty rope. Oh my. Single thread braid come loose, we all would have been lost. And that I do believe. Oh my. Okay. The puns are kind of bad. Like, just annoying. Magia. Alright, so Magia's down. Shoto is looking a little rough. Best Genus is going for the, going for the knot. Miro came in and punched a rock Namu. Okay, Kyushu, you don't want to get tagged by these guys. God, I still do not like that name. That's just too much. Great murder explosion god dynamite. That's too damn much. But you know what? Good for Ida. He's committing to the entire thing. I love how he's like, there ain't a comeback. There ain't no snappy comeback, because he's right. And Hato's just like, she's got to just keep dodging so Genus is off the radar. And Genus is like, at least I can redirect the resources spent on restraining the giant towards the League of Villains. Oh. Compressed. Just going getting a little panel. He can't activate. Okay, so as long as he's tied up, he can't activate his compressed quirk. He can only tickle his behind. The boss fares no better. Okay, you summoned us together, told us to run amok, and what are we supposed to do when even your act is cut short? This is mounted to a trap. So I haven't destroyed a darn thing yet. And it's just as the spinner says, everybody, they haven't achieved our dreams yet. No, he lost his hat. Okay, so Compress is about to sacrifice himself for Spinner to rouse the boss. My bloodbound duty, the reason why I'm here. Ugh, God. So he literally, like, Compress literally just tore out a chunk of his own body to free Spinner and Shigaraki. And getting away. Oji Harima, peerless thief, a criminal from days gone by. Just when the current system began settling into place, Harima targeted the fattened pockets of sham heroes, preached reformation while returning what he pilfered back to the streets. Listen, Achiro, our family lineage is all about exposing injustice. That righteous blood runs in our veins. And Shoto's just screaming Toya and they're letting out a flash fire fist at the same time, and he's saying, sorry about this, change of plans. And well, Shoto's doing a flash fire fist, and Dabi did a jet burn. Ooh, he got burnt real bad. He's like, you know what? Endeavor's passed out. There's no point in doing this if he can't watch it. Sorry, Masterpiece. And he's like, he gets back together with the league, and so Harima's great grandson. That's his. Okay, the Paranormal Liberation Front's League of Villains Shigaraki. The Bandit King's blood flows through me. What was that? You say you barely noticed me? All part of the act for that ta-da moment. The true trick is saved. Oh my, he's hot. That true trick is saved until the end. Voila. The curtain rises on the first and final escape artist performance of Mr. Compress. Okay. So we gotta compress. Well, we're gonna just do what we normally do. Hop on over to the discussion part. Okay, so who the what was that dude's? I swear to God, if that's a fucking Vigilante's character, that, because here's the thing. Back when I think it was back whenever Dobby like first introduced himself as, you know, Toya, that's when we kind of got hints that Compress had a secret lineage too. But I don't remember that name coming up like anything at all. And from the art style, it does look a little bit different. Like it gives me like that Vigilantes vibe. And if that's the case, just stop doing that. Like, you know, because just stop. I'm. It happened with not Endeavor, but it happened with Aizawa and President Mike with their friend, who ended up being Kurogiri. Someone, like, you know, down below, correct me if I'm wrong, but has Oji Harima been mentioned? You know what? Let me go and double check. Okay. I retract what I just said. He was at least mentioned before in chapter 171 by La Brava and Gentile Criminal. So I take that back. Because, like I said, at first I thought, I legitimately thought that it was going to be another Vigilantes character introduced into the main series to try to and I was about to get upset. So I take that back. But okay, so that's actually pretty cool. Okay. No, I'm not angry anymore about that. I'm not angry about that anymore. That's actually really fucking cool. That another League villain has a connection to the past, because apparently, according to the the wiki, apparently Harima was one of the greatest villains of all. Like one of the greatest villains. Like they said, he was pretty much on the same level as like. Let me pull it up. Yeah, he was up there, like, he shined brightly in history, like, all from one Destera, or Destroy, is it Destera or Destroya? Destera? I'm gonna call it Destera. But he was pretty much, he was as famous as them almost, and that's actually really fucking cool. I honestly I kind of hate that Compress sacrificed himself after that, because that's actually, I was like, okay, damn, like, I get it. You know, it makes, like, he did what he had to do, and so, you know, I respect. You know, honestly, I have a lot of respect for him now. Same with Twice, the fact that he was willing to sacrifice himself to save his friends. Same with Compressed. The only reason why he sacrificed himself so that was everybody else's dreams could become a thing. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I like how Dobby literally was just like, okay, Endeavor's passed out. There's no point in continuing this charade anymore, because what's the point if he doesn't, you know, get broke, or if he doesn't break again? And like I said in the reaction part of it, still not the biggest fan of Bakugo's hero name. Like, I think the part that really just kind of bugs me is mostly the Great Explosion Murder God, because like I said, and I believe I think it was the last Recussion we had, that just seems like beginning of series Bakugo. You know what I'm saying? And from from the growth that he's had from then to now, that just, it seems to for me that seems almost like it's a regression of his character. He wants to stay the whole dynamite, inspired by All Might. Fine, whatever. That's whatever. I do wish that he kind of picked something a little bit more different. Like just I don't know. It's just the only reason why I say that is because if Deku can go from being like Small Might or all yada yada, all these plays on All Might into becoming Deku, something that used to hurt him, and he's able to turn that around into becoming a hero. I wish that Bakugo got the same kind of name. I'm still going to hold out hope that he changes his name just to something different later on, because I think that's been established that you can do that, obviously. But I don't know. That's my main thing. It's just like the reason why I don't like it. It's just because it feels like a regression for Bakugo's character. Like he's going back to that just loud. Like he's still loud and angry, or he's more brash, I should say now, as opposed to just being angry. But like beginning of series Bakugo, that's just what it feels like to me. And obviously until I guess the end, we're obviously ending the war arc, so that's or at least it's coming down to a close. So one thing that's going to make this, I've enjoyed the war arc so far. A lot of people have a lot of different problems with it, which I'm not gonna. If some people like it, just feels like sometimes it's honestly part of it is like, yeah, I do feel I can understand why people say it's dragging on. The main thing I don't like though is just that as of right now, there hasn't really. But before I make my final judgments on this arc, here's what I need to happen. I need for somebody to have died, or very least get so badly injured that they have to retire from being a hero. Hell, no, I need somebody to die. I really do. I'm not talking about villains, because right now we already got 2 villain deaths. That's twice in compressed. That's not enough for this to be a war arc, man. I need yeah, I'm sure it's Horikoshi Histoshi. If he doesn't want somebody to die, he doesn't have to. But Night Eye dying at the end of the Overhaul arc was really impactful. I feel like we need another death on the hero side for this war arc to have been effective. Because as of right now, Shigaraki's power up and everything, like I said, Shigaraki so far has been one of my favorite characters. He's no longer my favorite villain. That is Dabi/Toya, just because I like the theatrics. I like his theatrics. I think it's very entertaining. But I don't know. I just need something more major to happen on the hero side. Obviously, yeah, Deku's body is fucked up, but here's the thing, and this goes back to I'll try to have a link up here somewhere. I talked about this in my problems with Eri. Is at the end of the war, I need to find out what the catch is for Eri's powers. Because if she was able to bring back Mirio's powers after 6 months, what's to stop them from other than what's to stop them from oh hey Deku, here's your entire body back to 100%. Your arms and your legs are completely healed. It's almost as you still have your scars, obviously, but there's nothing we can do about that. But I don't know. It's just that is my main concern right now, and until Horikoshi shows Eri's limits, I guess, something that what her powers cannot do, or how just something like that. There's always going to be the part of me is just Aries now the Dragon Balls of the My Hero verse. Because if someone gets their arm blown off, what's to stop Aerie from coming over here, getting more practice, and be more confident with her powers, and oh, I have my arm back. We're good. Nothing happened. Oh, what's that? Someone died. Up, Aries. Up. Congratulations, you're alive now. Now, like I said, there's a lot of things that can come in like outside perspectives, like Aizawa, Deku, or Mirio saying no, we're not gonna do that. But as Aerie gets more confident and more control of her powers, what's to say she can't just like, no, I'm gonna do this, and she goes and does it, and then, like I said, she becomes the Dragon Balls of the My Hero verse. Like, I just need to know what are the. It was like okay, so the best way I can't think of the word that I'm trying to say, but the best thing I can say is like the beginning of series. Deku was the strongest, like was probably one of the strongest student, like the strongest student, basically. But every time he went to go use all for one, or one for all, every fucking time, but one for all, he broke his arms were broken, or his finger was broken, or whatever. I just need something to. What is that for Aerie? What is going to stop Aerie from being able to go out and spam her powers? Like, can she only have like, let's say if she doesn't use her powers for 6 months, can she only use it like she has 6 months worth of rewound time to use? And so if let's say she, like with Mirio, she uses 6 months. She had 6 months of time stored up in her powers, right? So she was able to use all 6 months to restore Mirio back to when before he lost his powers, something like that. I need to know what can stop them from spamming Aerie, other than just characters. I need to know what limits do her powers have, and if they have that, and I feel like it's a great explanation, I'm not going to be upset. I'm like, okay, I'm fine with this, but. Again, this war arc down. Yes, a lot of heroes are injured, and they might be out of the battle for who knows how long. But for me, that's not good enough. I need to have a few deaths on the hero side, and I guess with that, as always, I want to try to I want to actually get a discussion going. That's why I call these recussions. They're a review and a discussion. Not just me. What are your thoughts and opinions on this chapter? Are you like me and you just kind of like, are you in the same boat as me? Do you disagree? Are you still like hype train ready? Like you don't want this art to end, or do you kind of are you like me, kind of like, all right, I can see it slowing down some, and I'm just ready for it to end. Do you agree with my opinion on how there needs to be more like confirmed deaths on the hero side? Are you okay with them just getting injured and they're out of the game for, let's say, they're forced to retire, like one of the what's the wild, or would you be okay with something like the wild Pussycats with one of those characters, I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but anyway, who lost her powers and had to retire from being like out in the field, or would you be okay with that? Because oh no, like I said, as always, I really want to try to get a discussion going between me and you. If you like what you saw, like the video, comment, subscribe, all that. Try to have a weekly, 1 to 2 videos out every week. And if you made it this far, I want to just thank you very much. I want y'all to have a fantastic day, and I'll see y'all later.